So we're both wearing tanks and we got in trouble because we can't wear open shoulders and open knees, so this is what we have to wear. Well, you can kind of see mine, this little cape. Look at Courtney. You look like a monk.
Good morning, CDTV. So we're finally out of our apartment and starting to explore Venice. We just went to check in, but apparently we did all that last night, so that was handy. And so we're just gonna go look for some breakfast right now and then get our day started.
So Courtney was getting a little bit angry.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, she was.
Not angry.
Getting upset that we couldn't find bacon and eggs.
No, just breakfast in general. There was nothing.
Well, we came out a little bit late. Plus, Italians don't even eat normal. They don't normally eat that. Like they eat like a little croissant, some coffee, and then they go. So we're kind of used to a bigger breakfast.
Well, we need a bigger breakfast when we're walking all day long. That's the other thing. What's the point in spending money on just a croissant and juice and coffee when we need more than that to start our day off? That's my logic.
I agree. Anyways, this little cafe that we found has it, and it's in a cool little spot. And then on this side, there's just a bunch of food markets. It's really cool. And the fresh fruit smells so good.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Looks like we haven't eaten in like 3 days. Look at this. We just demolished this breakfast. See, it was this international. So we got juice, coffee, some buns, a croissant. The croissant was really good. It had like marmalade in it. And then we just put some Nutella on it, and it was lovely. So to continue with our history buffness, I guess, we decided to come to the Jewish ghetto, the old Jewish ghetto here as well, just to see what this one looks like compared to the other ones that we've been to. And this one's really cool. At least this one has a bunch of signs and stuff saying it.
Not paintings,
Yeah.
but
There's this really cool thing behind us.
yeah, it's
So
all
it's
of
like-
them coming into the train.
Yeah.
It looks like an office.
It's either getting out or getting in, I'm not sure, but you can see like German soldiers on it. And then on the sides here, carved in the wood, are everyone's names and their ages, and just talking about what it is. We can't really read it, obviously, because it's in Italian, but it's still really cool. And this is what the ghetto looks like. It's nice, this one, compared to the other ones that we saw. There's a big courtyard. You can see all the buildings are still kind of old, but that seems to be the case here in Italy. I thought it was going to be a lot more colorful.
Yeah, it's really
I think
old and
they
worn
must
out.
they must edit it a lot on the pictures that they take, because it's
they're
the
really
colors
old
are really
pictures.
faded.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm
still,
kind of
it's cool.
surprised. It's nice because it's like in a little old city and
Yeah.
there's markets and you can go and buy your fruits and vegetables in the middle of the street through the markets and stuff, which I think is really neat. I'd love to do that, but yeah, it's really old here looking.
But it's so cool, nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a cool place to
And
come
we're
visit.
enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
So we're excited to see what else we
Yes, on to the next place now. So we came across this sign while we were walking out, and it turns out that this is actually the oldest ghetto existing in the world. And they just reopened, well, I'm sure a while ago, but it's been reopened to the public after centuries since closing. And it's the oldest pawn shop as well. So that's pretty cool. We're standing in front of the we think it's the world's oldest casino. It was built in 1638, which is pretty cool. We're not allowed to take pictures inside, unfortunately, but it looks really neat inside. There's a huge chandelier, and it looks really fancy. But I think it's like €7 to go in and actually gamble, so I don't think we're gonna spend that right now because we have other things that we want to do. But we might come back later tonight. We'll see what time we get finished doing everything and when we eat dinner and stuff, and maybe we'll come back and hopefully win a little bit of money to pay for this trip. Here's the outside of it. It's pretty big, and this is really cool. I like how they have steps even though you can't really use them, but there's a whole bunch of seaweed and stuff. It's kind of gross looking, and algae. But it's cool, you come in right off the boat. And there's where you dock. This guy is drawing an amazing picture on the ground in pastel. On our way to our next stop, we ran into this little stand. It has all fresh fruits, smoothies and stuff. These are some examples. And then they make smoothies. So I got a coconut,
Yogurt.
I don't even know, yeah, yogurt, I forget, it's really good though. And then David,
little samples.
yeah, and then David got an energy one with beets,
Beetroot, celery. I'm trying to be healthy.
Yeah,
I'm not really healthy right now.
that's not true.
So we're standing underneath kind of and to the side of the Rialto Bridge. It's one of their famous, most biggest bridges, I guess. You have to climb so high, it's like a little mountain.
Yeah.
And we found a little spot so that we can film the side of it, otherwise you can't really see it.
Yeah.
There's some construction going on, so we just snuck to the bottom.
We're sneaky.
Yeah, and we decided to look at it from here because you can see it better. So that way we can show you guys as well.
Look how tiny this little street is that we're walking down. We completely missed it at first because it just looks like a little alleyway. Not something that you can really walk down. They're so narrow and tiny here. Kind of sketchy at times too. Does anyone else have a boyfriend who always steps on the back of their shoes? His feet are so big that he always just steps on my heels all the time. It drives me crazy.
You have to walk a certain speed and not change your speed.
Oh, well, when you're in traffic and there's people in front of you, you walk as fast as you can. And the person behind you should be minding the pace. We're standing in St. Mark's Square right now, and behind us is St. Mark's Campanile.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but
What is it?
I don't know.
We're really bad tourists.
Yeah, I just remember reading something about like Baroque and Baroque style and stuff like that.
Well, we're going to go over there and check it out, and we'll let you know what it's all about. But we also want to climb that huge tower behind us, because we don't do enough of that.
You gotta climb everything.
It's going to be a really good view, though, so we're excited for that. And then that's the Campanile.
It took forever to get here because all the winding streets.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
horrible. And there's no street names really. And there's a wedding party here, getting pictures. That's cool. So yeah, it's a nice little square. We made it to the top of St. Mark's Campanile. It used to actually be a lighthouse, which is pretty neat. And the church that we actually showed you is St. Mark's Basilica. Yeah.
So it's like an Italian and Byzantine or something like that. I don't remember the word. It's that type of style.
Yeah, but the view up here is really nice. You can see so much of Venice.
And we got to take an elevator, which was nice.
Yeah, I didn't have to climb stairs. We're down from the tower, and we wanted to go into St. Mark's Basilica next, but the lineup is so long that I think we're just gonna continue on. We're gonna go down to the water and check that out and see other things, and then we'll come back and see if the lineup's gotten any smaller, because we really don't feel like waiting in another long line and wasting our day again. Here's the Bridge of Sighs.
It's the last like beautiful thing that Venetian prisoners would see before going to jail, before leaving the town. So they follow this and go underneath the bridge that we're standing on and go to the prison just behind us on the island.
Wowzers. That's some interesting facts right there, if I've ever heard any.
Interesting experience. So as soon as we got to the door, we were told like no photography, no luggage, no like shoulders showing or knees showing, but they didn't really care about my bag or anything. And luckily they had those little tarps things or whatever they were, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to go. So that was good that they had that, because I know in the Vatican I don't know if they have those, so like you can't go in if you have open shoulders. So we just
Yeah, had we known, we would have
yeah,
worn
exactly. So we have to just keep that in mind for other places here.
Yeah. And everyone was taking pictures in
yeah,
there,
so
so
we
we
just
took
took
a little
pictures
bit
and
of
videos, too.
pictures.
It was really dark in there.
Yeah, it's pretty neat though. All the architecture and the
details.
sculptures, details. So it's
And the
really cool.
paintings, it's cool.
So we made it to the Matterhorn. We have literally like 4 minutes before we have to go.